If you ever tried reselling and thought, am I actually doing the right thing? This video is for you. I wanted to talk about the 5 questions that resellers ask the most online. Because these are real questions. They're not silly. And they're not a sign that you're failing. They're just part of learning. This is probably the biggest question out of all of them. And it's one of the hardest parts of reselling, I think. What I think happens is pricing becomes personal, especially because you're sourcing the item, you're cleaning it. If need be, you are taking pictures of it, you're putting it online, you're sending offers, and you're selling it, which means you're shipping it. From what I've heard from other resellers, a lot of them price based on what they think the item's actually worth. But buyers don't see all that work that's behind it that we just spoke about. So that's why looking at what other people, what on other platforms to see what the comps are, I'm going to say competition, but what the comparisons are, but what other people are charging for this item and then selling it for. So I would look up the sold, and if you need help doing that, let me know. Even then, pricing isn't fixed. Sometimes things sit, sometimes you lower the price, sometimes you learn that an item just doesn't sell. I think that's one of the most important things when you're a new reseller, learning which items sell and for how much. That's really important. And it's important to see what other items like the one that you have sold for. Question number 2. What is the best platform to sell on? This is a toughie because it really depends on you. What is the blessed? Yeah, blessed. So what platform you want to sell on really depends on you. I love Poshmark. But this question does come up all the time. And I get why. There are so many platforms. You got eBay, Poshmark, Mercari, Depop, the Real. I'm missing one. ThreadUp. And then there are the other ones like Vinted and Grailed. And it's just so many places that you can use as platforms for your items. And it can feel overwhelming trying to choose the right one. And maybe there's not a right one. That's the thing. So my suggestions would be start with one and then list on other ones too. First, learn which platforms sell the most of one item. If you're looking on eBay, see if Levi jeans sell on there. And if so, which name? And how much has it sold for? And if you sell petunias, see if they sell on there. And if they don't, put them on Etsy. You know what I mean? So there isn't one best. I keep on wanting to say blessed. So I am going to say we are blessed. There's not one best platform for everyone. It's just always going to be different depending on what you sell, depending on how much time and energy you have. That's how you'll choose the right one. A lot of resellers start with one platform and then see how that's going and then slowly branch out to other platforms. You don't have to do everything at once. You can start slowly. It's okay. And you don't have to be successful everywhere either. I certainly wasn't. As you know, Poshmark's my baby, but I have listed on Mercari. And if I tell you I stopped last year or the year before I hadn't stopped and only made 2 sales the whole year, even with sending offers. And so I dropped off like last year, this year, not at all have I used Mercari, but other people swear by it. So I'm not saying it's not a good site to sell on. Perhaps my items weren't the good items. Who knows? But I gave it up. Depop, I really like, and I do have things to sell on there, but people will accept or make an offer and I'll accept, and then, you know, I've only sold a couple of things on there because it just keeps happening over and over where I think they accept the price and then they don't pay. So I don't never send it out. How do I even start reselling? This is one of the most common questions. And I'll tell you what most resellers do, because we just think we need to make money and anything will sell. Not true. So I would start with what I already own, and that is what I did. I started with what I already owned. Things I no longer use, but they're just sitting in my closet. And then I slowly started becoming familiar with what sold. Now, in the beginning, like I said, I bought things that I still have 6 years later that I'm donating now. So don't get all caught up in things being a certain price. Just research a little bit online. Watch YouTube videos that are helping you with brands that are selling, with sizes that are selling, with items that are selling, what's hot now, trending. But also use your own judgment. What's selling for you? I know that I have certain labels that don't sell for me at all, and there are people selling them like they're hot potatoes, whatever that means. I don't even know if that's a saying. All right. So some people tend to do good with clothing. Some do good with items, home decor, decorations. Some are great with collectibles, and others vintage items. Now, I sell all of the above. The only thing I really don't sell is big furniture, or furniture, really. Little ones on Facebook Marketplace. And I don't sell a lot of electronics. There are always problems with electronics. So, understanding that instead of just chasing the trends, many resellers focus on learning a few categories really well, especially at first. Mine was clothing, and I'm slowly shifting out of it because it's big to keep in your inventory. And you'll figure it out, but the faster you learn, the better. What I did was I watched video after video after video, and I still do. But what I wasn't realizing is I was watching videos from past years, so the trends and the fashion had changed. So pay attention to those things. And I think that'll definitely make it easier for you. Question number 5. Am I actually making money after fees and shipping? That is a question. So, from my own experience, I do not pay for shipping. It becomes part of the price if it's too much, or if I think somebody doesn't want to pay shipping, or, yeah, it rarely becomes part of the price for me. I have to say, I have 97% of people paying for their own shipping. I just find it better, easier, and I seem to make more money. So, this question usually shows up a little later once people have already started selling. Fees, shipping costs, and supplies can add up quickly because remember, it's shipping, it's the shipping materials, the shipping materials can go anywhere from boxes to poly mailers to bubble wrap to tissue paper. In the beginning when I started Poshmark, it was cards. So it does add up, and that's why You need to price. How can I even explain it? I was going to say accordingly, but price right. That's my best way to say it. It's really easy to focus on the price and forget what comes out of it. Taking time to track your numbers will really, really help. I have to get better at this too. That's why I'm saying it. I have so many things that I could tell you that I failed at and how I improved them and how much better they're doing. Believe me. So once you do figure out your profit, then you'll know better what to pick up and how it sells for you. But do watch other resellers who have the expertise and know what's selling. Again, though, it may be selling where they are. It may just be selling great for them, but keep it all in your mind so that when you go out thrifting, or when you go to a garage sale, or when you go to an estate sale, you can just in your head say, okay, I'm paying $5 for that pair of jeans, but I can make 40. So if you've asked yourself any of these questions, you are not behind. You are right where all resellers were and still are with certain items and certain things. So I appreciate you watching. If you like this video, give it a like, share it, and subscribe. I put out videos that are, now I've been trying to be a little bit more educational, but I also used to do hauls and different things like that. Let me know what you're looking for. Let me know if any of this didn't make sense to you and you have questions. Let me know. Let me know if you do any of these things and they're working for you, or maybe you have a better way. I always am welcome to comments so that they can help other people. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Have a great day. See you soon.